Assalamu alaikum dear students. Our today's topic is for class 11th, subject physics, and the topic is differentiate y equal to e raised power x and y equal to e raised power ax by Abintio method. Now this Abintio method, we have already discussed it and we have already derived it. Now today we will apply this Abintio method to differentiate some functions such as y equal to e raised power x and y equal to e raised power ax. So we know that this Abintio method is based on 5 steps. So we will apply these 5 steps to solve these functions. So very first function is y equal to e raised power x. Y equal to e raised power x. So we know that Abintio method is based on 5 steps. Number first step, we should have a function. Now here we have a function here. So step first is we should have a function, and the function is y equal to e raised power x. So this is equation first. And the second step is we give the small increment of y as y plus del of y and x as x plus del of x. Second step, we give small increment of y as y plus del of y and x as x plus del of x. So we give the increment, so we'll apply the increment here. The increment is, so here y, it will be y plus del of y is equal to e raised to power x plus del of x. So this is equation second. Now the third step is we subtract equation first from equation second. Step third, that is subtracting equation first from equation second. We get here. So we have to subtract first from second. Then we will write here y plus del y minus y is equal to e raised to power x plus del of x minus times e raised to power x. So here it is positive and negative, plus y or minus y. So they will cancel to each other. So we can write here del y equal to e raised to power x plus del of x minus times e raised to power x. So here तो पावर्स को ऐड किया गया है, तो बेस आर सेम, पावर्स आर एडेड. सो आप पावर बेस को अलग भी निकाल सकते हैं. सो वी कैन राइट हियर del y is equal to e raised to power x dot e raised to power del x minus times e raised to power x. Now here e raised to power x, यहाँ पर भी e raised to power x है, तो कॉमन है दोनों जगहों पर, तो we can take it out. So we'll write here del y. So del y is equal to, so here e raised to power x, तो इसको हम कॉमन लेंगे. So there will be e raised to power del x minus times 1. So this was the third step. So we'll write it equation third. So the fourth step is we divide both sides by del of x. So dividing both sides by step fourth, dividing both sides by del of x. So here we will divide del y divided by del of x is equal to e raised to power x into e raised to power del x minus 1 divided by del of x. So this is the fourth equation. Now the fifth step is taking limits as del of x approach to 0 on both sides. तो ये चीज हमने already discuss की है. So we will apply here fifth step. Step fifth, taking limits. So limits आप इस तरह भी लिख सकते हैं शॉर्ट में, लिमिट्स del of x approaches to 0 on both sides, on both sides. दोनों साइड से आप अप्लाई कर सकते हैं. Taking limits del of x approach 0 on both sides. Now we will apply the limits del of x approach to 0 on both sides. So here I can write limit del of x approach to 0, del of y divided by del x is equal to, here on the RHS side we will apply the limit del x approach to 0. So this will be e raised to power x into e raised to power del x minus 1 divided by del of x divided by del of x. So ये हमने already discuss किया है. This limit del of x approach to 0, del y divided by del of x, that is equal to, so this is equal to dy divided by d of x. It means that differentiation of y with respect to x, that is equal to, अब यहाँ पर देख लीजिएगा तो हमारे पास कुछ आइडेंटिटीज है जो हमें यहाँ पर अप्लाई करने हैं. तो we have an identity, a limit del of x approach to 0 e raised to power del of x minus 1 divided by del of x, so that is equal to 1. तो ये आइडेंटिटी हम यहाँ पर अप्लाई करेंगे. तो then we can write here, so this is e raised to power x, so e raised to power x into, so this is equal to 1. So we can write here dy divided by d of x is equal to e raised to power x. So ये हमारा क्वेश्चन है. और we can write here d by dx of y. So y जो हमारे पास है, so y is equal to e raised to power x, जो हमारे पास फंक्शन थी, so that was e raised to power x, that is equal to e raised to power x, e raised to power x. So this is our question. So इसका मतलब है कि differentiation of e raised to power x with respect to x. देखो पढ़ने का तरीका ये है कि differentiation of e raised to power x divided by d of x का मतलब है differentiation of e raised to power x with respect to x, that is equal to e raised to power x. अब आप डायरेक्टली अप्लाई कर सकते हैं कि क्वेश्चंस में आप डायरेक्टली अप्लाई कर सकते हैं जहां पर भी आपको ऐसा क्वेश्चन आएगा. So this was y equal to e raised to power x. Now the second one is y equal to e raised to power ax, e raised to power ax. तो ये भी हमें एब्रेशियो मेथड से डिराइव करना है, सॉल्व करना है. बेसिकली हम डिफरेंशिएशन कर रहे हैं मगर एब्रेशियो मेथड से कर रहे हैं. तो एब्रेशियो मेथड के लिए आपको मालूम है कि एब्रेशियो मेथड के लिए 5 स्टेप्स होने चाहिए. हमें 5 स्टेप्स फॉलो करने हैं. नंबर फर्स्ट स्टेप, दैट इज we should have a function. So the function is here y is equal to e raised to power x. So step first is y is equal to e raised to power x. तो हमारे पास एक फंक्शन है. इसको आप इक्वेशन फर्स्ट रखिए. Now the second step is we give the small increment of y as y plus del of y and x as x plus del of x. Step second is we give small increment of y as y plus del of y and x as x plus del of x. तो यही हम यहाँ पर भी अप्लाई करेंगे. तो we'll write here second step में, so this y it will be y plus del of y. So this y plus del of y, equal to, so this will be e raised to power a into, so x as x plus del of y, x plus del of x, x plus del of x, x plus del of x. So this will be equation second. Now the third step is, that is we subtract equation first from equation second. Step third is subtract equation first from equation second. So we subtract equation first from equation second, then we can write here. So this will be y plus del y minus times y, because we have to subtract first from second. So we can write here y plus del of y minus y is equal to e raised to power a into x plus del of x minus times e raised to power a x minus times e raised to power a x. So plus y or minus y will cancel to each other. So we can write here del y is equal to, here we can write here e raised to power a से multiply करेंगे, so this will be e raised to power ax plus a del of x minus times e raised to power x ax minus times e raised to power ax. और we can write del y is equal to, जैसे यहाँ पर तो बेस आर सेम, पावर्स को ऐड किया गया है, यहाँ पर बेस आर सेम हियर, बेस इज सेम हियर, तो पावर्स को ऐड किया गया है, तो आप बेस को अलग भी निकाल सकते हैं. We can write here e raised to power ax dot e raised to power a del x minus times e raised to power ax minus times e raised to power ax minus times e raised to power ax. So this was the third step. Now our fourth step is, तो उससे पहले और हम इसको सॉल्व करेंगे आगे. We can write here del y is equal to, तो यहाँ पर भी e raised to power x है, यहाँ पर भी है, तो कॉमन है, तो कॉमन निकालेंगे, तो this will be e raised to power ax into e raised to power a del of x minus times 1. So this is equation third. तो ये equation third है. Now fourth step is dividing both sides by del of x. Step fourth, that is dividing both sides by del of x. Del of x से आप divide करेंगे both sides, दोनों साइड में. We'll write here del y divided by del x is equal to, so this is e raised to power ax into e raised to power a del of x minus times 1 divided by del of x. So this is equation fourth equation. Now our fifth step, last step, that is we take the limit as del of x approach to 0 on both sides, taking step fifth, taking limits as del of x approach to 0 on both sides. So fifth step हम apply करेंगे, taking limits as del of x approach to 0 on both sides. So here we will apply the limits. So limit del of x approach to 0, del y divided by del x is equal to limit del of x approaches to 0 e raised to power ax into e raised to power a del of x minus 1 divided by del of x. Now this we have discussed it. This limit del y, this limit del of x approach to 0, del y divided by del of x, that's equal to dy divided by d of x. ये हमने already discuss किया है. So it means that differentiation of y with respect to x, that is equal to. Now we will apply some identity here. So we have some identities. which we have to apply here. We can write limit del of x approach to 0 e raised to power a del of x minus 1 divided by del of x. So जैसे कि फर्स्ट आइडेंटिटी हमने अप्लाई की, वहां पर आपने देखा कि लिमिट del of x approach to 0 e raised for del x minus 1 divided by del of x, that was 1. But here it is limit del of x approach to 0 e raised for a del of x minus 1 divided by del of x, so it's equal to 1. So ये multiply by a है, so this will be equal to a. This will be equal to a. So I will repeat here. So in the previous question, so we apply an identity that was limit del of x approach to 0 e raised for del of x minus 1. So that was equal to 1. But here it is a times del of x minus 1. So this is a. So this will be a. So we can write here. So it is here e raised to power a x into. So this whole is equal to a. Then we can write here d by dx of y. What's y? So y is e raised to power ax. So e raised to power ax, that is equal to a times e raised to power x. A times e raised to power x. So ये था हमारा second question. तो इंशाल्लाह in the next lecture we will solve some trigonometric functions.